The HiTechNomad here, and today we're going to talk about loading games on and playing games on your Samsung Dex. So I'm in the process of, getting a little message there from Skype. I'm in the process of loading Asphalt 8 on my Dex, and so there's a couple of different things that I want to go over. The first thing is, when you're loading the games, it's actually better to load them while you're in Dex mode. And the reason for that is that, in my case, and probably in your case, if you're using a Dex station, you're in, you have an Ethernet connection, which is obviously going to be a lot faster than if you were using a, it's going to be a lot faster than if you were using a wireless connection or carrier connection. The second thing to know is that in Dex mode, carrier mode is your Ethernet. It gets a little funky sometimes. You'll see a screen that comes up and says, do you want to use Wi-Fi or do you want to use your carrier? It never says Ethernet. Well, Wi-Fi actually doesn't work when you're in Dex mode, if you're using the Ethernet connection. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to say carrier. Anytime I ask you, just say carrier. It's not really going through your carrier. It's going through there. Second thing we want to talk about is controllers. This is the Steelseries Stratus XL. I'm going to put the link for this down in the description. And this has the same feel as my Xbox One or my Xbox, my Xbox One. This has the same feel as my Xbox One. It's got a good weight to it. There are a couple of other controllers out there. I didn't like those at all. The Samsung gamepad is absolutely atrocious, so don't even bother with that thing. This has got all your buttons. It runs on battery as opposed to, being rechargeable. I actually like that because I'm finding with some of these controllers, if I don't use them that often, it takes forever to recharge the battery and the battery doesn't necessarily hold its charge. So, and the feel on this is really, really good. Again, if you're used to playing an Xbox One and you pick up a crappy controller, you immediately know it and you're not happy. So we have this Stratus XL on that. So we're going to wait a few seconds. We're almost done here. We're going to wait for this to load up and then we're going to move on to the next piece. Okay, so it finished loading. So now it wants me to answer a couple of questions. First thing that I ran into is that I had a really tough time. I'm clicking in the box. I'm trying to put my information in, and I was having a really, really tough time. I was able to get over there. So just bear with it. You can hit the tab key a couple of times. Eventually, when you get to where you're supposed to be, you'll see it up top there. See, what it does is at this point now I can actually enter that. So that's a little flaky. Just know that it's passable. Just keep clicking and eventually you'll get the prompt up top, and at that point you can put in your information. And we'll go ahead. Actually, let's turn on the controller. That would actually be helpful. And we will skip the okay, one more. Start the race. Bada boom, bada bing, bitty boop. And while you're looking at this, you're probably noticing something, which we're going to address in a second, that I do not have a maximize window, and I can't maximize this window in any way, shape, or form. For those of you who have been following my videos over the last week, I think you already know what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and deal with that right now. What are we going to do? You all know what I'm going to do. Say it with me. Dex Max. So we have Dex Max for the Samsung Dex. It's a mouthful. So we're going to double click on that. We're going to maximize. We're going to find our Asphalt 8. We're going to click on it, and we're going to say add shortcut on home screen for full screen. That's all we have to do on this particular case. And so now I will have an icon off to the side that says Asphalt 8 for Dex. And now let's run that and see what we get. We got a full screen. It loads Asphalt 8, and now we have Asphalt 8 on the full screen. Now I'm 6'9". I have hands like oven mitts, so trying to play Asphalt 8 even on my S8, trying to do this was not very enjoyable. That didn't do it for me. Using this controller and using it in full screen and with a decent pair of speakers, this now becomes a very playable game in my eyes. And again, I'm used to my Xbox One. I go in and play Call of Duty or whatever. This is good. This is good for the office. This is really, I'm really enjoying this. Let's just take a quick lap. Okay, so this is very, so this is a lot more usable. Full screen, nice controller, big speakers. Gameplay is now usable in my eyes on my S8. So if I didn't have a game like an Xbox One and all I had was my S8, but I had this set up, I'd be just as happy. Let's take a quick look at Dead Trigger. And again, we can put this in full screen mode. Defuse the explosion. Well, we'll see what we got here. Oh. And again, like I said, this is, even though I'm used to Xbox One, to be able to get a few minutes distraction, this is acceptable. And again, the controller makes all the difference in the world. Hey, who's hitting me? So please be sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos on the Dex. This has been the gameplay episode. And like I said, it's pretty decent. Until next time, this is the TheHiTechNomad signing out.